economic fracture. There's a massive imbalance, a massive schism in the market right now that's going to lead to such a profit opportunity for you. I've been all over this the whole way, and I'm telling you more now that it's not too late. There's something you can do right now. Yesterday, the price of silver went up 11%. I think it was at the highest I saw it. I have a screenshot. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. It was up tremendously. That was all part of the last burst of the silver squeeze. I'm not saying that the price will not keep on going. I think it will. I'm saying that that was a big part of the squeeze that I've been talking about. And I led up to it here. And that's when I told about silver squeeze building the second one, then silver squeeze third one, until the moment of action, the silver squeeze begins. And I told you guys that was one of the best financial calls I've ever seen. I know I'm talking about myself and whatever, and people think I'm arrogant. It's not arrogance, it's confidence. I am so glad that I got maybe lucky. Maybe I got lucky. Who knows? Whatever. The point is, silver squeeze begins, and about $20 per ounce before now, I said that was one of the greatest financial calls of all time. And then since then, the price of silver has absolutely exploded. And I know a lot of you sent me some emails and you haven't got a reply yet. I like to be quicker than this. I've been busy. I am going to write back to every email that you guys send me. Don't worry. I did the original silver squeeze premise August 11th, 2024. And in that I said, this is an all hands on deck moment. I've long been telling you guys about all the price drivers in silver. I'm calling it. This is a time to make your move now. Silver prices are destined to go dramatically higher, more than just about any other asset class out there. Silver prices will be the top performing asset class of any starting from now into the next couple of years. Everyone should get involved somehow with the silver trade. Today is Silver Squeeze Part 2, September 17th, 2024, Part 3, October 22nd, 2024. And it was the most clear and simple trade. You guys should be listening to me. But it's not precise trading advice. I'm running plenty of time. Do your own due diligence. Yappa yappa. What about gold? And I showed you guys that the time it takes to go up $1,000 an ounce was getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And I did mention that I didn't think it would do it shorter again this time, going to 5,000, but we're actually kind of right on track. So maybe it'll get to 5,000 quicker than it took to get to 4,000 from 3,000. 4,000 to 5,000, time will be quicker, but again, it doesn't matter. People get so focused on these little details. I'm just using it to express what I'm trying to have you understand, what I'm talking about. And if you understand that, please subscribe to the channel. The point is, though, when I said the silver squeeze begins, anybody who had been paying attention and been following along here had the opportunity to make a bunch of money. And plenty of you guys did. But here's the next phase. This is a schism. This is the imbalance. If there's a company digging up a commodity or pumping it out of the ground, whatever, if it increases in price in terms of, if you ever hear that creaking, I had to repair my wheelchair, so it's got sticky tape, so it sounds like, I don't know, but if you pump something out of the ground and the price of that thing, such as oil, increases, your costs to get it out of the ground don't change. So just like with silver, like gold, a company is mining gold and the price of gold goes up from $2,000 to $4,000. All of a sudden, they just make $2,000 more dollars. That's just $2,000 profit compared to before. So if a company's all-in sustaining cost to produce an ounce of gold is $2,000, and then the price goes up to $5,000, all of a sudden their profit margin, operational, gross, net profit margins, all three explode. And nothing moves the price of a stock more than an increasing profit margin. If a company makes $10 million, great. Depends, is that good? I don't know. And if they increase their profit margin, it shows you that the actual company is accelerating and working better and therefore producing more value. And this is why I keep telling you guys, all these mining companies' profit margins are going to explode. Most companies will report their quarter four and their annual financials. You get a little bit more time for the annual, so they report it all, usually mid-April. And when those numbers come out, hold on to your hat. Just like I told you with Newmont Mining, they're going to report numbers that are so much stronger. And that's going to drive the profit margins, which will drive the price. And then it was off to the races. And also I wanted to say about Palantir, because I know that I told you guys I'm not going to talk about my options trades anymore. It's too dangerous. If you're going to invest in options, you're on your own. Do it. Don't do it. I'm not talking you out of it. I'm just saying I don't want to be responsible for somebody blowing their fortune, all their retirement money. And what happens is you're a magnet. People send you emails like, "Oh, I tried this and I just wiped out my entire retirement. How do I get the money back?" And I'm sitting there like, dude, you just got the biggest, most important lesson of your life. But there's where we selected Palantir. There's where it went. But the other day, the move is getting tired, and you can tell that by looking at the candlestick trading chart patterns that I tell you and explain to you in my course about charting. You can tell when a move is running out of steam. Combination of the activity of the price plus the trading volume at that time tells you everything you need to know about where a stock's going to go. It's just about probability, and you're wrong plenty of the time. But if you do 10 trades, yeah, you'll have some winners, some losers. So there's always mistakes. There's always inexplicable things like a landslide that takes out Victoria Gold completely. But my point being, and if you're a subscriber to my newsletter, you saw the options trade actually did make, which is already working out pretty well. It's going to come down just like Palantir and just like a lot of these stocks. They're kind of getting tired. It's about to crest over. Is it a blow off top? I think we're in one right now. And also, who knows how high it can go. But I've got a different philosophy now because I'm not here trying to get you to agree with me or trying to convince you of anything. I'm just telling you, some people are listening to me, and sometimes it works out well for them. As we roll into 2026, we're already getting some negative GDP numbers, and just expect more of that. The recession is here, whether the numbers show it or not. And even if we get the numbers, which some of them we're not even getting now, the point is, you know exactly what's going on. Just smell the air, look around. How do you feel? Look at your wallet. Take out your wallet right now and look how much money you have in it. The messages, the information you need is freely available in the air. You're in a fancy restaurant. How many tables are empty? You guys know that I think that speculative currencies are going to come down. Just about every altcoin is a zero-sum game. And some of the stocks that I own are still at great bargain prices. If you saw my personal portfolio, if you're a subscriber to my newsletter, you would have known that. I talked about these stocks that buy them now. These companies should not be anywhere close. My point being, if the price of the commodity goes up 10%, the price of the stock, in my mind, and typically and historically and logically should go up by at least 100%. And what's happening is that the price of silver is moonshotting, and nobody seems to be, well, I mean, they're doing fine. A lot of them are doing great. But I'm saying, compared to where these stocks should go, my largest holding is a silver mining company, and where it should go is absolutely multiples higher from here just based on the price of silver last week. And if you like the fact that we make a stand and do not ever have sponsorships or advertisements, please click the like button. And a huge update on the van. I told you guys I was going to go into a Winnebago when I sell this place. I'm getting it all renovated, but then change of plans. I'm going straight to the boat. I used to think, or for a while I was saying, well, why don't I just drive around for a couple of years in the van, see if I like the closed space, and then move to the boat then. Cut out the middleman. I'm going to end up there anyway. And I'm already about 2/5 of the way done my boating license. And I already got my eye on a few things, but I'm not doing anything until this place gets renovated and it sells. And it better sell for the price that I'm looking at. Otherwise, I'll just keep it. And that's a lesson for you. You don't ever sell something when you're desperate or when you need to. Just like with stocks, don't buy something when you're desperate. I need to make $10,000 and you get into some crazy options trade that might work out and it doesn't. But the biggest question that all of you probably have, and I assume that most of you have anyways, how much higher can gold and silver go? And I keep saying, people are still on the media talking about this. They don't understand what they're talking about. It will go as high as it goes as a reflection of the devaluation of the currency. The US dollar is just absolutely in a horrible situation. People are just not recognizing it yet. You get to recognize it early, just like the silver squeeze, just like when I told you about gold, just like with uranium, lithium. People are liking hanging out here. It's working out pretty well for some people. Plus, I got a stock pick or two for you coming up in the next week. Anytime you got a question for me, just reach out by email. I'll talk to you. I don't bite. Although I did bite one time because this kid came back to the school and he was like the bully, and everyone, I hadn't seen him because I was always the new kid at school. That's how I learned how to fight. This guy, they're like, oh my gosh, Pat's coming back, and even the teachers were all weird because he was in like boarding school, and we're just like little kids. And so he's like the bully, he's got like hair on his forearms, and he got me as the new kid in the washroom, and he thought he'd pick on me, thought he'd bully me. I just sunk my teeth into it. He never bothered me again ever. That's how boys survive at the new school.